note found me in the middle of the ordinary, before I had a moment to prepare. It slipped beneath the surface of the afternoon and rearranged the quality of the air. The first note found me and I couldn't stop it, couldn't turn the feeling down or back. And everything the melody was carrying was everything I didn't know I lacked. I set the ordinary down without deciding, and followed where the music chose to lead. Too deep inside the pulling of the melody to remember anything I thought I'd need. The first note found me and I let it take me to every place the music knew to go. And everything I thought I had been missing was waiting in the melody's warm glow. Something in the opening bar reaches me differently before the second measure has arrived, as if the melody already knows my history and everything I've carried and survived. Something in the opening bar says everything before the lyric has a chance to speak, and I am already somewhere I had forgotten before the melody has reached its peak. I have tried to understand the mechanism why certain opening bars undo the years, but music doesn't answer to the questioning. It simply opens everything and disappears. And so I've stopped demanding explanations for the way the opening bar arrives. I simply let it find me in the ordinary and trust whatever feeling it revives. Something in the opening bar keeps finding me in every room I thought was safe to be. And I have learned to welcome the undoing that the first few notes of music always free. The feeling I forgot I had returned inside a melody that found me in the middle of the rain. And everything I thought the years had quietly retired was suddenly as present and as plain. The feeling I forgot I had was not forgotten. It was only resting somewhere past the reach. And all it needed was the right particular melody to bring it back from somewhere past the speech. I stood inside the feeling for the full duration, not rushing past or trying to explain, just letting it be present in its fullness, like welcoming a long departed friend again. The feeling I forgot I had is still available in every song that knows the way inside. And I have learned to welcome the remembering of every feeling I thought time had tried to hide.
I wasn't looking for her in the music. I wasn't expecting anything to land. But somewhere in the second verse it found me, the particular warmth I'd held inside her hand. The melody knew her name before I said it, found the frequency that only she'd kept. And everything I thought the years had settled surfaced in the space between the note and wept. I stayed inside the song until it finished, and then I played the whole thing back again, not chasing what the music briefly opened, just grateful for the opening and the when. The melody knew her name and I was grateful for the proof that something of her stays in the particular warmth of certain music that carries her across the years and days. notes that language never quite achieved. And I received it in the early morning, more than I had known, I had believed.
Caught before I knew it by the opening, too quick for any preparation or retreat. The melody had crossed the room entirely before my listening had found its feet. Caught before I knew it and still catching, still somewhere in the fall. And everything the music brought with catching was everything I hadn't planned at all. Best discoveries arrive this way, without announcement and without a warning. And all the love I wasn't looking for was waiting in a melody one morning. Caught before I knew it is the finest way to find the things the searching never finds. Because the heart that's caught before it's ready is the heart that leaves the caution far behind. The verses were familiar enough to follow, but something in the chorus broke the seal, and everything I'd carried without knowing became impossible to not to feel. What the chorus did to me was permanent. It rearranged the furniture inside, and everything I thought was safely settled was suddenly too honest left to hide. I've heard 1,000 choruses since childhood, but certain ones contain a different key, and the one that broke the seal was the one that finally reached the real in me. And I don't try to understand the mechanism of why the chorus found the way it did. I only know it opened something permanent and something that it waited to be free. Grateful for the chorus and the day.
There is a song that pulls me back without permission, not to pain, but to the particular warmth of everything that shaped the man I've become, the love that pointed me toward the north. And every time it finds me in the present, I let the pull take me exactly where it leads. The one that pulled me back was not a haunting. It was the hand of everything I've loved. And all the pulling was a kind of returning to the warmth that everything was built above. I used to resist the pulling of the music, afraid that going back would cost the now. But what the pulling gives is not a leaving, it's a remembering of every why and how. And the now is richer for the brief returning to everything the melody contains. The one that pulled me back keeps on pulling, not backward but toward everything I am. And I have learned to follow without questioning the melody that knows exactly where I stand.
Helpless from the first measure I surrendered, not with resignation but with relief, as if the melody had come to lift exactly the particular and long accumulated grief. Helpless from the first measure and still grateful for the helplessness that music always brings, because the songs that make you completely helpless are the ones that give you back your wings. I have spent a portion of my life in guarding against the feeling that the music finds, but helplessness against a certain melody is the most productive state of all the minds. And so I lower every careful barrier when the first measure arrives to find me here, because the helplessness that music offers is the safest place I know to disappear. Helpless from the first measure and still standing, still here inside the melody's own grace. And everything the helplessness is open has become my most familiar resting place. Before I could look away, the melody had found me. Before I had assembled my defense, and everything the music brought was already inside. Before I had a moment to make sense, and there was no returning to the before of it, no going back to ordinary ground. Before I could look away, I was already taken, already somewhere past the point of choice. And everything I thought I had been guarding surrendered to the melody and voice. I used to keep a careful watch on music, knowing certain songs could break the seal. But this one found the gap before I closed it, and reached the place I thought I'd learned to conceal. And now the seal is open and the feeling is more honest than could look away, I was already grateful for the melody that found the way inside. Because the songs that reach you past your defenses are the songs that give you somewhere true to hide.
The first verse was familiar enough to follow, but somewhere in the second she arrived, not her face exactly, but the feeling, the particular warmth I thought had been deprived. She was there in the second verse completely, as real as anything the music holds. And all the love I thought the years had covered was suddenly more present than the cold. I let the second verse play out completely, not reaching for it and not holding back. Too grateful for the warmth of her returning to worry about anything I lacked. And when the song moved past the second verse, I followed where the melody then led, carrying the warmth of her returning, like something living rather than something dead. She was there in the second verse and after, in every note that carried something near. And I received the presence without questioning, just grateful she could still arrive from here.
Every time it plays, I'm gone before I know it. Back inside the ear, the melody belongs. Too deep inside the place the music carries, to stay inside the present very long. And the going is not lost, it is a returning to everything the present doesn't hold. Every time it plays, I'm gone, and I am grateful for the going that the melody provides, because the place place it takes me is still living, and everything that lives there still abides. I have stopped apologizing for the going, for the way a certain song can take me back, because the present is enriched by the returning, not diminished by the temporary lack. And every going is a kind of homecoming to the warmth the years have kept intact. Every time it plays, I'm gone, and then I'm back again, a little more complete than when I left. And everything the melody had briefly opened returns me richer rather than bereft. There are songs that know your history precisely, that find the coordinates of what you've crossed, and play back everything with such precision that nothing in the playing feels quite lost. The song that knows where I've been doesn't judge it. It only holds the whole of it with care. And everything the years have asked me to become is present in the melody laid bare. I used to keep my history from the music, afraid that hearing it would make it real. But the songs that know where you've been are healers, not excavators of the things you feel. And so I let the knowing song find all of it, the beautiful and difficult and true, because the song that knows where I've been completely is the song that knows exactly where I'm going to. Of everything that made me who I am, and every time it plays I hear the evidence that I was more than I had thought I'd been.
before the chorus came to find me, already somewhere past the point of leaving. The verse alone had done what verses rarely do, and left me somewhere past the ordinary breathing. Pulled in before the chorus, I was taken to somewhere that the chorus only confirmed. And everything I thought I had been carrying was lighter for the lesson that I learned. The best songs do this in the opening measure. They find you in the verse before the height, and when the chorus finally arrives to meet you, you're already somewhere in the light. Pulled in before the chorus, I was grateful for every note that found me in the verse, because the love that catches you before the crescendo is the love that nothing afterwards can disperse.
First note found me in the middle of the ordinary, before I had a moment to prepare. It slipped beneath the surface of the afternoon and rearranged the quality of the air. The first note found me and I couldn't stop it, couldn't turn the feeling down or back. And everything the melody was carrying was everything I didn't know I lacked. I set the ordinary down without deciding, to lead. Too deep inside the pulling of the melody to remember anything I thought I'd need. The first note found me and I let it take me to every place the music knew to go. And everything I thought I had been missing was waiting in the melody's warm glow. Something in the opening bar reaches me differently before the second measure has arrived, as if the melody already knows my history and everything I've carried and survived. Something in the opening bar says everything before the lyric has a chance to speak, and I am already somewhere I had forgotten before the melody has reached its peak. I have tried to understand the mechanism why certain opening bars undo the years, but music doesn't answer to the questioning. It simply opens everything and disappears. And so I've stopped demanding explanations for the way the opening bar arrives. I simply let it find me in the ordinary and trust whatever feeling it revives. Something in the opening bar keeps finding me in every room I thought was safe to be, and I have learned to welcome the undoing, that the first few notes of music always free. The feeling I forgot I had returned inside a melody that found me in the middle of the rain. And everything I thought the years had quietly retired was suddenly as present and as plain. The feeling I forgot I had was not forgotten. It was only resting somewhere past the reach, and all it needed was the right particular melody to bring it back from somewhere past the speech. I stood inside the feeling for the full duration, not rushing past or trying to explain, just letting it be present in its fullness, like welcoming a long departed friend again. The feeling I forgot I had is still available in every song that knows the way inside, and I have learned to welcome the remembering of every feeling I thought time had tried to hide.
I wasn't looking for her in the music. I wasn't expecting anything to land. But somewhere in the second verse it found me, the particular warmth I'd held inside her hand. The melody knew her name before I said it, found the frequency that only she'd kept. And everything I thought the years had settled surfaced in the space between the notes and wept. I stayed inside the song until it finished, and then I played the whole thing back again, not chasing what the music briefly opened, just grateful for the opening and the when. The melody knew her name and I was grateful for the proof that something of her stays in the particular warmth of certain music that carries her across the years and days. The melody knew her name and gave it back to me in notes that language never quite achieved, and I received it in the early morning, more than I had known I had believed.
Caught before I knew it by the opening, too quick for any preparation or retreat. The melody had crossed the room entirely before my listening had found its feet. Caught before I knew it and still catching, still somewhere in the fall, and everything the music brought with catching was everything I hadn't planned at all. Best discoveries arrive this way, without announcement and without a warning. And all the love I wasn't looking for was waiting in a melody one morning. Caught before I knew it Because the heart that's caught before it's ready is the heart that leaves the caution far behind. The verses were familiar enough to follow, but something in the chorus broke the seal, and everything I'd carried without knowing became impossible to not to feel. What the chorus did to me was permanent. It rearranged the furniture inside, and everything I thought was safely settled was suddenly too honest left to hide. Since childhood, but certain ones contain a different key, and the one that broke the seal that afternoon was the one that finally reached the real in me. And I don't try to understand the mechanism of why the chorus found the way it did. I only know it opened something permanent, and something that it waited to be free. Grateful for the chorus and the day.
There is a song that pulls me back without permission, not to pain, but to the particular warmth of everything that shaped the man I've become, the love that pointed me toward the north. And every time it finds me in the present, I let the pull take me exactly where it leads. The one that pulled me back was not a haunting. It was the hand of everything I've loved. And all the pulling was a kind of returning to the warmth that everything was built above. I used to resist the pulling of the music, afraid that going back would cost the now. But what the pulling gives is not a leaving, it's a remembering of every why and how. And the now is richer for the brief returning to everything the melody contains. The one that pulled me back keeps on pulling, not backward but toward everything I am. And I have learned to follow without questioning the melody that knows exactly where I stand.
Helpless from the first measure I surrendered, not with resignation but with relief, as if the melody had come to lift exactly the particular and long accumulated grief. Helpless from the first measure and still grateful for the helplessness that music always brings, because the songs that make you completely helpless are the ones that give you back your wings. I have spent a portion of my life in guarding against the feeling that the music finds, but helplessness against a certain melody is the most productive state of all the minds. And so I lower every careful barrier when the first measure arrives to find me here, because the helplessness that music offers is the safest place I know to disappear. Helpless from the first measure and still standing, still here inside the melody's own grace. And everything the helplessness is open has become my most familiar resting before I had assembled my defense, and everything the music brought was already inside, before I had a moment to make sense. And there was no returning to the before of it, no going back to ordinary ground. Before I could look away, I was already taken, already somewhere past the point of choice. And everything I thought I had been guarding surrendered to the melody and voice. I used to keep a careful watch on music, knowing certain songs could break the seal. But this one found the gap before I closed it, and reached the place I thought I'd learned to conceal. And now the seal is open and the feeling is more honest than the guarding ever was. Before I could look away, I was already grateful for the melody that found the way inside, because the songs that reach you past your defenses are the songs that give you somewhere true to hide.
The first verse was familiar enough to follow, but somewhere in the second she arrived, not her face exactly, but the feeling, the particular warmth I thought had been deprived. She was there in the second verse completely, as real as anything the music holds. And all the love I thought the years had covered was suddenly more present than the cold. I let the second verse play out completely, not reaching for it and not holding back. Too grateful for the warmth of her returning to worry about anything I lacked. And when the song moved past the second verse, I followed where the melody then led, carrying the warmth of her returning, like something living rather than something dead.
She was there in the second verse and after, in every note that carried something near. And I received the presents without questioning, just grateful she could still arrive from here.
Every time it plays, I'm gone before I know it. Back inside the ear, the melody belongs. Too deep inside the place the music carries, to stay inside the present very long. And the going is not a loss, it is a returning to everything the present doesn't hold. Every time it plays, I'm gone, and I am grateful for the going that the melody provides, because the place it takes me is still living, and everything that lives there still abides. I have stopped apologizing for the going, for the way a certain song can take me back, because the present is enriched by the returning, not diminished by the temporary lack. And every going is a kind of homecoming to the warmth the years have kept intact. Every time it plays, I'm gone, and then I'm back again, a little more complete than when I left. And everything the melody had briefly opened returns me richer rather than bereft. There are songs that know your history precisely, that find the coordinates of what you've crossed, and play back everything with such precision that nothing in the playing feels quite lost. The song that knows where I've been doesn't judge it, it only holds the whole of it with care. And everything the years have asked me to become is present in the melody laid bare. I used to keep my history from the music, afraid that hearing it would make it the songs that know where you've been are healers, not excavators of the things you feel. And so I let the knowing song find all of it, the beautiful and difficult and true, because the song that knows where I've been completely is the song that knows exactly where I'm going to. Of everything that made me who I am, and every time it plays I hear the evidence that I was more than I had thought I'd been.
Pulled in before the chorus came to find me, already somewhere past the point of leaving. The verse alone had done what verses rarely do, and left me somewhere past the ordinary breathing. Pulled in before the chorus, I was taken to somewhere that the chorus only confirmed. And everything I thought I had been carrying was lighter for the lesson that I learned. The best songs do this in the opening measure. They find you in the verse before the height, and when the chorus finally arrives to meet you, you're already somewhere in the light. Pulled in before the chorus, I was grateful for every note that found me in the verse, because the love that catches you before the crescendo is the love that nothing afterwards can disperse.